As part of the Tyler Police Department's little education program here at Broadway Square Mall about how hot it gets in a vehicle during the summer, I've decided to get in the vehicle and sit here for a few moments. Now, the temperature outside is only 84 degrees, but inside this vehicle, you can see there is a little temperature gauge right there. And on the outside, that temperature reads 134 degrees in the car right now. So I'm going to sit in here for a few moments. I've got the police are right outside. They know that I'm in here. They're watching me. I'm going to sit here for a few minutes and see how hot it makes me feel. Now, I've got a long sleeve shirt on and blue jeans. And we're just going to see how hot it gets in this car. Okay, police told me that I've been in here now 5 minutes. As you can see, I'm sweating. It is very hot in here. Gonna hold out for a little bit longer and see what the effects are. Like I said, 5 minutes in here. It's 134 degrees according to the thermometer outside, the temperature gauge outside in the car. Now outside again, it is only 84 degrees. Now, this is part of the Tyler Police Department's push to educate people on the dangers of leaving your children in a vehicle. I guess this will also apply to your pet. A lot of people take their dogs with them places. You run into the store real quick. You don't think that there's going to be a problem, but you leave the dog in the car and you come back and the dog, and more importantly, the child has succumbed to the heat. As you can see, I'm getting really sweaty. It's getting very warm in here. Probably about 6 minutes in now. I'll check back in just a moment. Okay, we're getting close to 15 minutes in this car. I am really sweating now. Sweat's rolling down my face. You can see it right there. Very hot. Sweat all over my hands. My whole body is covered in sweat at this point. About 15 minutes in the car. When I first got in here, it was easy to breathe. It has become a little bit harder to catch my breath. It's not as easy. It's kind of like the air is gone out of the vehicle almost. I'm about to get out of the vehicle now because I don't want to push this, but just wanted to demonstrate how fast this can happen. 15 minutes again in this car at 84 degrees outside. It's 134 degrees inside the vehicle, and you can see the effects on it. I'm not exerting myself. I'm just sitting here, just as your child would do. Now, your child may panic when they realize that their parent has left them in the car, and of course that would cause this whole process to go a lot faster. You'd have the child would be crying, and that would of course make them warmer. So this is why this is so important. We'll talk to police when I get outside of the vehicle here in just a moment.
What we're showing is the outside temperature, which today is 84, which is kind of mild, and then the inside of the car is actually at 138 degrees. And at 138 degrees, if you're inside that car very long, it's not going to take long to obviously start sweating and possibly have signs of heat stroke at that particular point.
What would you say I look like when I came out of the car after 15 minutes?
Pretty pale. Definitely need some water and a cool place to sit under.
As a small child, I mentioned in my video, a small child, if they get left in the car, they may panic. And of course they would be crying, and that'd probably speed up the whole process, wouldn't it?
Certainly. I mean, they're going to get worked up, and so what took you 15 minutes at that particular point might take 5 or less at the point of a child in a state of panic to become very worked up, very hot, and overcome with heat at that particular point.
So what should parents know that have small children, or somebody that's transporting small children? I mean, what should they know to keep in the back of their mind?
Just always, and a lot of people, the child might be asleep and they think, well, I'll go in the store real quick and come out because out of convenience of taking the child in. And don't do that. Take your child in just as you would yourself, and don't leave even pets. If you plan on going out shopping, even stopping at a store for, as you can see earlier, 15 minutes is too much. 5 minutes is too much, especially when it gets hotter during the summer.
Yeah.
So just even for 5 minutes, you could get pretty hot in one of these vehicles, and that's usually at least amount it's going to take for somebody to go in somewhere and get something and come back out.
So 5 minutes could be
yeah,
life or death.
That could be too much in itself.